Carter, though, they've pretty much solidified their starting roles.
It's still some work got to be done. You know, I don't want those guys to think right now that, you know, they've gotten there and they've arrived, you know, because, you know, I always tell them you're only as good as your last rep. So I think they understand that, and I didn't see a drop-off with them trying to, you know, they work with the first group most of the time, but, you know, they're not going to be asked to do it all, the whole game. And there's some young guys going to get in the game for the first time, and it's going to be quite interesting to see what happens.
Who are the guys pushing Whitaker and Carter most?
You know what? I think that, you know, Jamal Travis has done a great job this camp, and the young guy, Sigler, he's been a guy that people talk about, and he didn't even play defensive line in high school, so it's going to be interesting to see how he reacts, and Blackson and Gabe Wright. You know, we got 6 guys in there. We're thinking that the first game we're going to probably line up and get somewhere in the game. Then they're going to play somewhere against Utah State.
We ask you every time you're in here, and you have the starting 5 yet?
Nope.
Getting closer?
Getting close.
Is there like a
Very
drop-dead date? I mean, is there like a date where you definitely like to have that in place for the opener?
Not for me. I think for me it's just more a matter of once we feel confident that it's the right time. I think we're getting really, really close to having that solidified. But there's still some competition in a couple of spots. And I would say that even once we make a couple of decisions at a couple of spots, there could still be some movement after that, you know, particularly with so many young guys. I mean, I've been in position before where we had young guys that weren't necessarily ready to play game 1, but they were by game 4 or game 6 or something like that. So I could possibly see something like that happening even a little bit later.
What do you really need to see from a freshman that makes you comfortable knowing that he could go on the field?
Number one, he's got to know what to do. And that's the biggest challenge for a freshman, is just to be able to know who to block on a consistent basis, because we've got some kids that got some ability, but their natural God-given ability can't take over if they don't know what to do all the time, because they play hesitant and tentative, and that's the last thing that I want. So there are a couple of guys that still have a ways to go in that regard. Beyond that, I want to see a kid that's just confident enough that he can step out there and play in front of 100,000 people and it not bother him. And you don't necessarily know that for sure till you get a kid out there. But I think often just the way a kid carries himself, you get a pretty good idea for it. Those are the 2 biggest things, because if they're going to play as a freshman, they're going to have to be pretty tough and they're going to have to be pretty talented. But they got to learn what to do, and they got to be confident enough that they can step out there and they can do it anywhere against anybody.
Because of this offense and the guys that have been here, I know what they can do, and then these young guys have stepped up and made some plays, so I feel pretty good about what they got going on. So now that we've got a starting quarterback and getting the timing down with routes and things like that, it's really improved a bunch. And so we're getting to the point where we can narrow down and say, this guy's running this play, this guy's running that play, how we're going to get the ball to this kid. So it's really shaping up for us.
Can you give us any idea of who's playing where?
And here's the answer to the question, to be honest. Because we do it based off the routes, you know, now we'll start out with, you know, who's a 9 and who's that, but they learn concepts, guys. It's not tied into what position they are as far as more so as it is to where they are in the lineup, you know, as far as the formation. Does that make sense? Because you could see Trevon as an outside receiver, but he'll be an inside guy for this play, and then he'll be in the boundary for that play. And so but as far as depth-wise, we feel good. Like, I think we have 7 guys that I can really count on that we could go out there with and win a game.